What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
What's up, Toronto? It's Raxx.
You know this is Muscle from the Entertainment Report podcast. Shouting out who?
The man them.
You know what? 6 p.m. Check them out right now and leave me right here, right now. Bye.
Who's your top female artist, Raxx, that you look to? Because shit, you're a white girl. We want to know who the white girl. Like in my head, I'm thinking like it's gonna be Nicki or like one of the like somebody that's really dolled up. But I also know that you're a hip hop head too.
And I'm an old head too.
Oh no, I didn't even know you're old head.
I am.
Hold on, you're saying like you like old head or you're an old head yourself?
Both.
Fam, how old are you? You know you're
you're
not
gonna
supposed
put
to
me
be
on
asking.
blast like
You're
that?
not that
You're not
old,
supposed to
Raxx. You're not
ask a
even.
girl.
I know,
I
right?
know.
But I'm gutsy, fam. Like I do shit that I'm not supposed to do. Like,
I'm 32.
are you really?
Yeah.
I thought you were a bit. Like I thought you were younger than that. I
Really?
honestly
That's
thought you were like
good.
25.
That's good though. That's good. Keep
Yeah,
that
yeah.
energy. But no, I definitely love Missy Elliott,
Ooh, go.
Trina,
Yeah, she's a
Woo, pull over that ass, too fat. Whoop, whoop.
Remy, all those ones, you know.
But if you had to have favorite, like who was your go-to? Like Raxx is stressed
female?
out. She's gonna listen to this to get her in a better feel or
Female or like all around artists?
female and male. Give us a female and male.
Jessie Reyes, love her. Shout out Toronto.
Toronto.
Really, that's like my dream to be on tour with her.
I think you will.
I really love
Speak that
her.
into existence.
But like all around artists, Black. Do you guys know Black?
Like
oh, of course.
6 lakh?
Six
well, like,
Six.
it's
How do
pronounced.
you?
It's pronounced
Fam,
Black.
that guy's name stressed me out forever.
Yeah. Everyone thought he was from Toronto, but he's from ATL.
Yeah, same shit.
So he's super super dope. St. John.
Yeah, he's dope.
Love St. John. I really like. I had like an EDM thing like in the summer, like Odessa. Do you know who Odessa
Yes, I
is?
heard
No,
of
I
him.
know.
Yeah.
Super dope. I actually went to their concert by myself at the
yeah?
Budweiser stage. Amazing experience.
Is that like a regular thing for you? It's just like, yo, I'm gonna get lit. I'm going wherever by myself.
I think this summer it really took me like the confidence, like just to be like, fuck it, like because a lot of my friends are like in relationships now.
Boo.
You know, like starting families, getting married.
Boo.
And
All that fuckery shit. We're out here trying to turn up.
Yeah, so I was just like, whatever, like, and a lot of people like didn't have the time to go to concerts, and like I really want to see. Like COVID's done now, so like it's dope to get back to live shows, favorite things.
Yeah.
So before it was like I'd always have to go with someone if people couldn't go, like I just wouldn't go to the show.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I'm like, fuck it, like go by yourself. Like Kanye was like, you have to do that. Like
Yeah, right.
so fuck, like that's what I did, and it was a great experience. So now I'm like, fuck, I'll go to all the shows by myself. And sometimes people can't like afford the floor seats, but like because you want to be right up there.
Yeah.
So like, fuck it, if you're by yourself.
I seen that about you. Like as soon as like all restrictions stopped, or
Yeah.
even were like close to stopping, you said fuck it. You did the concert with all the girls. You
Yeah.
got all the gal them together. I seen like you were out doing your own thing. That's the one thing I like about you.
Thank
you know how to
you.
move and shake.
Thank you.
You don't just stay around and post and how come the blogs are not posting me? you just
gotta.
like, you know what, cool, you're not posting me, I'll go figure out how to, you know, you did the TikTok thing, you started performing.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into all that, but really quick, should we intro?
Yeah.
Intro. Yeah.
It's the Man Dem Show.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, your boy Gutsy.
DJ Las Vegas.
And we got our special guest. It's a gal dem. One of the gal dem came
Bop,
through to
bop.
rocking out with the Man Dem. You've
Tell
seen
'em.
her, like I said, you've seen her on
Everywhere.
TikTok. You've seen her on Six Buzz,
Hip Hop Canada.
Hip Hop Canada,
Straight
all-
out of the six.
straight out of the six.
Everywhere.
She's doing her thing. You seen her on my old platform that I was on. But
Shout
now
out them.
shout out, we love hip hop, man.
Shout out, we love hip
But
hop.
yeah, man, she's here with us right now. The girl Raxx in
Gang.
the building.
What's up?
Thank you for coming through.
Thanks for having me. Finally.
Finally, I know, like
Fuck.
the first time you went over to Six Views, not
Yeah.
Six Views Uncut, but Six Views, I was there behind the scenes.
I know you were.
I don't even think I was was I filming?
You were there. Yeah, you were filming. Yes,
I was.
You were.
I probably was, but yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember like, holy, the
You were
growth
doing
that
everything.
came. Well, yeah, I was doing everything at the time, but just the growth that you've came
Thank
with,
you,
like
yeah.
it's so like good to see that you came starting dissing chromas or whatever.
Why did you do that, by the way?
Why did I do that?
Actually, you know what?
You want to give the song first?
Let's give him the song.
Let's get to the song. Our song intro to
Alright.
interview. Thick chick.
Dedicated to all the tick chicks.
All the tickers.
Yeah.
Big things too?
Big things.
Yeah, big things. Shout out to big things.
Shout out the big things, yes. I love big things.
So,
Yo, this beat's
what did you
hard,
think about? Yeah, shout out to Tycoon. What did you think about the video, Gutsy? Because the last time, something that you said that really stuck with me with All I Need was like, I didn't like that video, didn't match the song.
Yes,
So I took that with this project. I was like, oh, I need to step it up.
More fitting.
Yeah.
It's energy. Fun. Something that you're not seeing from your average Toronto artist, right? That's why you can win. We'll talk about that also.
That's a big thing. I think that me working on film, I see a lot of that. I see a lot of artists doing the same videos with the same cars and the same apartments and blah, blah, blah. And I just want... This isn't any disrespect to them. I just want people to challenge themselves a little bit more because it's out there. The avenues are out there. If anybody wants to shoot a video, like I'm trying to start up a music video department in my company.
No, don't even say no more. Holla at Raxx if you want videos, and holla at Gutsy too. Yo, holy. Say less, Raxx.
Gotta make sure that you never forget that one time you fucked up and lost your baddest bitch. I'm a big chick from a small town.
Big ups.
Ass, big tits with a cute little frown.
Shout out all the girls from the small towns. Sudbury. Sarnia.
Collingwood.
Hollywood, yeah, Woodstock.
Cornwall.
Boom, boom, boom.
Fuck you, Guelph. That would be rough.
Shout out Oshawa.
Oshawa. Yeah, man.
Cambridge.
I need all the bad bitches. All of you bad bitches to front of the stage.
All the bitches.
I have really happy.
All the bad bitches. All the bitches.
And I love
all the bad.
I loved getting like female dirt bikers too.
That's something that you used to be into too, no?
Snowboarding.
But
Yeah.
Was that because, like, okay, we're going to get into that.
yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we're getting into.
We're gonna get into everything. Well, we're gonna try, bro.
Big old, cute little brown country girl who know how to throw it down. Only color money I got in my wallet brown.
Hell, only money that she
Yeah.
got. And
That's what's up, bro.
browners, them brown boys.
Brownas. If you Canadian, you know.
You know what, Gwan? You got that colorful money. So Thick Chick is out right now on all platforms, all streaming platforms, all listening, video. I don't know about all video platforms, but go check it out on YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah.
YouTube that.
Yeah.
How did you get the idea for this? Because again, even though like you're a thick chick, you know, this one more matches even though it doesn't really, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's still fun. You're enjoying yourself. You got the girls them. The only problem I had with
He
this
always
video,
has something to say.
I'm a
doesn't he?
nitpicker. I would have liked more big girls in it.
I know, and that was the thing. Like, I wish, me too, and I totally agree with you. I did have some bigger models coming out, but some conflict happened, and they couldn't make it out. So I produced and did everything with that shoot. So, and I'm an independent artist, so I pay for everything.
Jeez,
So
taught the things right.
it was a difficult shoot in order of like organizing it all because there was a lot of moving parts, especially with like being out of town, having dirt bikes, animals, all the
that.
moving parts. Like I would have loved to have some bigger girls on it, but unfortunately, you know, with shoots, everything doesn't go according to plan. So
Yep,
just kind of had to go with it and see.
So who made the beat?
Tycoon.
Tycoon.
Yeah.
He's from down here?
No, he's in Europe somewhere.
Okay.
I forget where.
I like that beat. I think that
Sweden?
beat like blends with your vocals very well.
Yeah.
Like it's a good song. Like I don't even need the video. Like if I heard it on the radio, I'm like, oh, this is not bad. You know.
Talk to them. Tell Virgin.
Clean it up. You know what I'm saying?
I met Virgin people last night. I'm like, please.
But you gotta clean it up, right? Because
Yeah.
you can't be saying big boobs and tits and
I
ass and shit.
know.
So you gotta switch up the words. Sometimes you gotta like make an alternate version. So just
The
change
radio
the
edit.
words. The
Yeah,
radio
radio edit,
version.
yeah.
Even just switching up the words, not just cutting out the cuss words, right? Just switching like little bit of the lyrics.
Yeah.
So that it's just passable.
Okay, here.
I
Okay, hold on
totally
before you
agree.
get, because
Yeah.
he's giving you from an engineer standpoint, which is good too. I'm giving you from a fan standpoint. I don't mind when they cut out the lyrics with like the sound effects, as long as it's cool, like big doom or
With
you know,
like, with like a
something-
chicken or something.
Yeah,
like,
like
Yeah.
you have
Yeah,
something
that's fine, yeah.
that goes with it. I think
Yeah.
that catches on better because I've liked a lot of radio tunes that had those little special
Yeah.
effects and parts where it's just like I'm going down, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Totally.
boom, boom.
Baby.
I remember that sticks in your head,
Yes.
fam. Those
Yeah,
things
yeah,
stick
yeah.
in your head.
You're right.
So both
You're
things, have all of them. Have all of them.
And it's funny you say that because I totally agree with you and like my new writing process like for 2023 because I've noticed that I have a lot of I was very surprised by this, but like younger fans, like I just met a couple of them like a couple weeks ago, and they were 5 and 8. And I was like to the parents, I'm like, you're letting your kids listen to my music? Like they're like, no, like it's cool. Like they understand that like swearing's in music, and I like that approach because I would do that with my kids too. But I want to kind of vanilla it up, I guess, as you say, make it more radio friendly so I can market myself in that way, because it's very true. Like as an artist, like people want to market you, and brands, if you're getting brand deals, you want to be able to be sellable and not be this like tits ass like man bitch, you know.
I mean it's cool and all that, but think about it like this. Eddie Murphy, when he first came out, he's doing Raw, Delirious. His comedy was like raunchy as hell, but when he got kids and shit, he thought about his children watching his movies and stuff like that. So he had to make the Dr. Doolittles. He had to make the little comedies, the PG-13 joints, you know what I'm saying? So that, you know what I'm saying, his brand can reach Norbit.
I hated that shit,
Dr.
bro.
Doolittle.
Dr. Doolittle was good.
That's iconic.
This
movie.
nigga like the Robert Downey Jr.
I
one.
did like it. I'm not gonna front. I liked it.
I don't even think I've seen that one.
But no, you definitely do have to market yourself. Like, you know, you can have fun with it, but if you want to take it to the next level, you have to market yourself, brand yourself properly.
Yeah, like I'll talk about this now because I can. I was in the process of being on Canada's Got Talent. So yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get it, but I did get the Cardinal show, which was dope.
Yeah,
right.
And so like there's a big process with like casting and doing all that. So they approached me. I had to do audition tapes. I did some of my music, and they just were like, unfortunately, like it's like we have to kind of think about kids. So then they're like, can you do like cover songs and whatever? And it was like they wanted the Nicki Minaj and then the Cardi, and I was just like, it's kind of funny that you're telling me to kind of, you know, like
because sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
They're pretty much molding you to what they want.
Yeah, exactly. But like no shade to AG America or Canada's Got Talent. Like they were great, but I think they wanted me to be something that I wasn't. So it didn't work out. But again, like there's always next year, and like you really just got to keep working. And I think just what you said, like doing the more PG versions, because kids are the new generation is listening to us, and we kind of got to, you know, help the kids, you know?
Yeah, you got to figure out a way to tap in with them.
Yeah.
Going back to your music videos, because you've always had like, your music videos are always fun. I would say even your ones that are more serious, you kind of be creative with that. Where does that creativity come from? Because you're like you said, you're just from like a small town white girl. Were you like watching like crazy shows growing up? Were you around crazy shit growing up?
I think like my dad passed away when I was 8. I had to grow up pretty fast.
Condolences.
Yeah. He committed suicide. So it was kind of like a thing. I had to grow up fast, learn about death. I've said that in a song. And me and my mom would always like watch movies together. I think like that was a big thing, like with like our grieving and stuff. Like that was kind of our time that we would bond together. We always watch movies. And I would be in like the school plays. And like I was always like a artsy kid, I guess. I did do some fuckery in my teens. Took me away from that, and snowboarding. But yeah, definitely, I don't know, like I've just always kind of been creative.
So what town is this?
I'm from like Blue Mountain.
Oh,
yeah.
That's why. Okay, that's why.
That's where the snowboarding comes in. Yeah.
Now, Blue Mountain's a fun place to be.
It is.
Yes,
it was a
it
great place to grow up. But I've been in Toronto for like 7 going on 8 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel you needed to get out of Collingwood to, I guess, pursue your dreams?
Absolutely.
Were you rapping at Collingwood?
No, and that's a funny thing too. Like I just started rapping and like really putting myself out there in 2018, 19.
Oh.
So it was like recent. But like I'd always kind of did it like on my own. Like I didn't put it out on the internet, whatever. It was kind of like my thing for me. And it just really helped me. And then finally, like I put a video on Facebook, I think in 2019, and it went kind of viral, like mini viral. And like then people were just like, who is this bitch? This white bitch from Toronto.
So like, what's the music landscape in Collingwood growing up? Like, what were like you listening to? What was popping? What radio stations was out
nothing
there?
in Collingwood. I'll tell you that.
There wasn't a lot. There wasn't a big music scene there at all.
You guys, do you have like a hometown hero, that somebody that we would know? Like either like a musician or a hockey player or a baseball player or something from
like who's a poppin' person that came out of Collingwood? Like
like me.
No, yeah, me. No, there's like hockey players.
like who? Like who?
You're gonna ask me?
Sorry. Or you don't watch hockey, I guess.
No, like I respect it. I just don't know. I don't know names of people. Who?
Like Stratford has Justin Bieber, right? Like who does Collingwood have? Like there's nobody, not even
Nobody
authors, big politicians.
I
like,
think
there are, but like they're just
not off the top. I can't. We should Google it.
I'll Google
yeah,
it
we're
really
gonna.
quick
I
for
mean,
you.
wow, that's crazy. You weren't really in Collingwood then, fam.
Me.
You weren't really in Collingwood, bro. You were like just all
What's
over
that
the
one?
place.
There was a guy on. What's that? What was that singing show?
From Toronto.
Canadian Idol.
Okay.
There was a guy from Canadian Idol.
Oh yeah, he was from Collingwood.
Yeah. Aaron Gardner.
Never heard of him, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he was like a little singer. I remember that. We have the Elvis Fest show. There's a lot of Elvis impersonators that come
Oh
through.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have festivals often in Collingwood? Were there many?
Not like there'd be like a pumpkin pie festival. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like
okay,
little like
okay.
things like that. Like not like music festivals. I would love if I was to ever kind of like blow up and like have a thing. Like I would love to do a festival there.
Yeah?
Because like there's a grounds. It's called the Great Northern Exhibition. And it's a big fairgrounds, and you could totally hold a festival there.
We got
Yeah.
Jason Arnett.
Oh, that's it, the hockey player. Yeah.
Yeah, the hockey player.
Yeah.
You went to
There's a
school
one,
with
two
him?
other people.
I ain't go to
Drew
school
Wright.
with
Drew
him.
Wright.
Drew Wright, not Aaron Gardner. It's Drew Wright.
Drew
yeah.
Wright. He was
Yeah.
the guy from Canadian.
Yeah.
There's a one, two people from Collingwood.
Yeah,
Not-
but it's me. It's me.
But it's
I'm-
Raxx. That's who we're focusing on. So you went when you. So again, the first time I heard you was a freestyle
Was it?
on Six Buzz, I believe.
Oh,
This
the
is-
I'm So Toronto challenge.
Was it
It
that
was
one?
like, yeah, it was because that's what Six was posted when Casanova.
Oh, had the
I'm So
New York,
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn challenge.
I had done this thing. I had Rich Homie Quan was in town, and I was like backstage with him, and ended up
Oh.
freestyling with him to Rich Homie Quan, and one of his team guys had seen me, and he reached out to me and was like, hey, like Casanova's doing this challenge, and it wasn't heard about in Toronto yet. He's like, I think you should do it. And I was like, okay, and like sent it to me, and within 2 hours I had shot it, like wrote it, shot it, filmed it, put it out.
So you were one of the first people.
I was
that
one of the
had
first
that.
people, and I can say that like on camera.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
Christ.
yeah, and then Six Buzz saw it, posted it, and then every artist in Toronto started doing it. So
Yeah,
I
a lot
started
of
that
a
trend.
lot of Toronto guys started.
Yeah.
Doing it.
Everybody did.
Yeah,
You took a shot at somebody in that.
I did. Yeah, like fuck.
No, because I want to get it out the way. Because I also seen you guys were taking shots at her at Rolling Loud, and I was just like,
Okay, but do you want to know my reasoning for that?
Yes.
My reasoning for that is like I had kept quiet like since me and her had our little all-night thing, whatever. I kept quiet. I actually was like, cool, she's doing her thing. I had respected like her getting out of the city, doing all that shit. Whatever. The thing that pissed me off that day was I felt like as an artist, that was a huge opportunity. She wasn't taking
opportunity.
the opportunity serious. She showed up 2 hours late, had fucking her dancers and shit getting their uniform or their outfits done that day, getting them stitched. Like you knew that you were gonna be on the bill on April. Like you should be prepared, and you took away an opportunity from a lot of female artists in Toronto that take this shit seriously, and it just pissed me off. Again, I did a lot of the female rappers.
Everybody, yeah, all of them took shots at her. I mean, it wasn't just you.
I know, but like a lot, we all talk, and like there were, I'm not gonna say names, but there were people that did have her back and did feel bad for her.
Yeah.
And like kind of talked to me about it, and like, yeah, I feel bad in the sense of like they set her up for failure. They put her on a different stage and a who's
Time when I
when
think
someone
Ski
else
Mask, I
Ski
think,
Mask, yeah, was supposed to be out. Like they set her up for failure, but again, being unprofessional, being late to your set time, thinking that you the fucking run shit, an ego, it just pissed me the fuck off. So I did take shots, but do I regret it? Yes, because I shouldn't entertain it.
Fact.
I shouldn't, and I take it back. And I would honestly like love to sit down with the girl. Like I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think anything. I just think that I'm sick of her making a mockery of rap females. You know what I mean? And that's what pisses me off. But I mean, she's doing her thing. She's getting her bag, and I respect that, especially as a woman. But That pissed me off.
Do you feel like Chroma's kind of made a lot of artists, females, come out and start rapping though? Because I feel like she's encouraged a lot of you guys. I feel like a lot of people were like, this girl can't rap, so I'm gonna rap.
Yeah, that's definitely like part of the reason why I started, I think.
Yeah, like so is she influential?
She's influential, and I think see, like it's like
It's sticky.
it's a sticky situation in the sense of like I don't have like ill will towards the girl. Like I don't want to I don't hate the girl. I just think that she paints this picture of what a female rapper is supposed to be in Toronto. And it pisses me off because some of us take it as an art and an art form. And I think she just makes a mockery of it. She wants to do the funny shit. And that's great for her. It's great. But, like, let's focus on other people, too. Like, fucking look at the people like Havana Mighty, won a Juno. Charmaine won a Juno. You know what I mean?
Paris is out there killing
Paris is out there killing it. Goody's out there killing it. Like, they're all out there. And we're out here. And people are focusing on the goofy shit. And
But, I mean, like... Can we agree that Chroma's works hard?
Yeah, I agree with you.
So do you think in order to get to Chroma's level, everybody else needs to work just as hard?
No, I don't think that at all. I think everyone has their own journey and everyone has their own story in this shit, and everyone, like, you can't write the rules to this shit. Like, that's her shit. She did her OnlyFans shit, got her fan base that way, whatever. And doing the funny shit and the goofy shit. That's her path. But like, it's like, why can we focus on back to like old school things like the talent? And I know that's like no one cares about that shit anymore. Look at Lil Yachty making the song. Like, it's just music is just in an interesting place now, especially because of TikTok and like things blowing up because of that. But there's no right or wrong way to blow up in this shit. Like, everyone has their own story, you know? I don't think people should follow in her footsteps, especially women, like, because it just makes people think, like what Friday said, like, people just want to fuck you. Like, it's not what it is, you know? Like, there's a real art to this shit, and people work really hard in this shit. So when people do goofy shit like that, it just makes me mad.
In your honest opinion, do you think that's just a Toronto thing? Don't you think that happens?
It happens
in
everywhere.
other markets.
Happens everywhere. Happens in the States. Happens everywhere. But, you know, like, people in the States look in Toronto and they're like, oh, like, that's what's being represented. And that's where my problems lays. You know what I mean? Do you feel what I'm saying?
I mean,
you can just agree. Yeah. Like, it's
no,
I feel what she's saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but like I said, like, there's a Chromas in every market. You know what I'm saying? There's obviously, you know what I'm saying, somebody, you know what I'm saying, either.
Yeah, but she's heavily pushed, fam. Like,
out here.
It's not like, and it's not like that other places. Other places, you'll push other artists that are rapping. You see girls like Glorilla.
Glorilla.
So you know what I'm saying? You're seeing other girls, not just Cardi B's, the Nicki Minaj, the Dream Dolls. Even though those girls can still rap, it's like, it's not just them that are getting pushed out. You'll see other girls getting signed,
right.
Other girls getting pushed. And yes, Havaya Mighty, there's other girls that are getting like the Junos and shit like that. But for us, we know it. If it's not getting posted on 6 Buzz, Keep 6 Solid, We Love Hip Hop, 6 Sounds. If those people are not talking about it, it's kind of like, well, then fuck, bro. Like, what are you guys really? Because what else are, like, you know what I'm saying? What else are people paying attention to out here?
Right.
That's the real thing, is the blog pages.
Yeah.
It's not like niggas is listening to radio like that. It's not like people are paying attention to, it's the blog pages. So when the blog pages are only promoting, and it's not, I would say it's changed in the last year or so. I want to say that I was the one of the starters, or one of the people that, influenced a lot of the ladies to really get that push and get more recognition. But yeah, it's changed. But yes, Chroma's, fuck, bro. She was entertaining and she worked. That's what I will say. At the time, none of the ladies were as consistent as her.
Yeah.
During COVID, she dropped a fucking mixtape and she dropped like 6 music videos. Chromas.
Oh, she didn't, did she?
Yeah, she did. There you go. Like, you know what I'm saying? She dropped the mixtape. I spoke to her about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, again, it is what it is.
No, but if she enjoys it and she doesn't give a fuck, I give her that. She doesn't give a fuck about what people think about her, and I respect that. But for me, and like what I think should be portrayed as like a fucking talented artist is not that, Like, but it works for her, so good for her. Like, there's no ill will to that.
Do the ladies in the city have an ego? Like,
yeah.
do they have more egos than guys? Because
No.
how I look at it, how come there's not more ladies connect
That's
and
false.
do songs together? You
That's
don't. You
false.
think that's false?
Well, look at Paris. She just did things.
Paris did the Wow Vicky.
And I know you love that team.
Yeah, no, I love Paris. I have issues with another person on Paris's team, but like
Yeah.
she's been starting to do stuff. Yes,
love
but like
Paris.
how come we haven't seen more of it? Just because Paris is one person that's doing it, it doesn't mean it's something that's out there on a consistent level.
No, I think like a lot of it's to do with like scheduling things too. Like a lot of us are really, really busy right now, and like even collaborations, like it's.
Really quick, know this to the whole Vicky thing. My whole issue with that, I want to see Paris with like Havaya Mighty. I want to see Paris
that's
with
in the
Goldie
works.
London.
I mean, there's
No. I know it's in the works,
Yeah.
but like I want to see the top ladies working together.
Well, Julie Black and Paris. did a
Julie
thing.
Black's not Julie Black's a legend,
Yeah.
R&B legend,
But she's not of our era.
She's not. I want to see Paris and Jessie Reyes.
Yeah.
You know what? These are the things I want to see from the city because that's the only way the city will get it. And it's no diss to any of the ladies that are on Woe Vicky. I love Charmaine. I love fucking
Yeah.
Anna Goody. I love fucking Keish. Like
Yeah.
all these girls do their thing, but I want to see I want to see star talent working together.
Yeah.
Like how the guys are a little bit different. You see YG and Pressa because they're in a team. Like, but we'll see more connects on the guys' side, and we won't see that as much on the female side.
No, I think that's coming, and like all of us talk. Like we all talk behind the scenes.
Do you guys have like a group channel, like a WhatsApp
There-
channel? Or something?
there's some group chats, man. There's
Hey.
like we just all talk. We go out. Like I respect a lot of I respect every single girl that's doing their thing.
What's the one thing you guys talk about? Sorry to cut. What's the one thing you guys talk about amongst each other as women?
Depends. It depends on what's trending
Raxx
that
wants
day.
To spill the tea. Spill the tea,
Nah,
Raxx.
I don't talk. I talk kiss and tell.
No, I don't mean like that. Like, do you guys talk about like issues? How you guys can like, I don't know, fix you guys' infrastructure? Like, there obviously like I think you're right about the base level of talent, and there's plenty of wicked female talent out here. But like, you're obviously seeing the ones that are actually putting themselves out in a manner where I guess you could say they're sexualized. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I know some of the shorties don't want to be sexualized like that. So how do you guys come out of that box to like portray your talent as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, maybe showing your body more? Like, what do you guys? What's the fucking
the
balance
plan?
here? Yeah, like how do you guys?
It's hard because like that's the thing. Like I think that there's such an image of what a female rapper is supposed to be. Like I used to think that I was supposed to be like that, like back in like 2019, 20, and did like bounce and like had Pussy Riot and like shaking my ass, very sexualized.
I love that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
No, a lot of people did. My views are a lot
That's
better.
my first video actually, Pussy Riot, whatever.
Pussy Riot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Fatty
the first.
Soprano.
That's the first one I saw from you. Yeah.
No, and I loved that, but like it just wasn't me. And I think during COVID, like I really kind of stepped back and was like, I kind of got to be more true to myself and like why I'm doing this, and like I don't want to be sexualized and like all that. But like there is a time and a place because you can do both. But like I don't know, girls. I think it's a lot more to do with like support and like like motivation, because like being an artist in this shit, like you got to be motivated and people got to push you to get there. And like when I see another female artist drop something, it motivates me and like makes me want to do better and like release more, and it like really sets the fire. So we kind of all have that like competition motivation, but it's like healthy and like friendly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like if someone has a problem with someone and like this person knows it, like we all talk, like or when people get on podcasts and say shitty things, like.
So did you know that Nessia made the freestyle before it dropped? Like,
Yeah.
You knew about it, so
Yeah.
everybody had it first.
Well, no, we didn't
They
have
knew it
it
was
first,
coming.
but I knew it was coming.
She was like, "Yo, I'm gonna fucking diss this guy, yo."
I love Ness, like, and
I love her too, but I didn't like that.
Why?
I thought that she could have did better. I knew she could do better. I know she could do better.
The setup was dope.
Yeah.
No, the video and the setup of it, but I feel like even that I felt like she could do better. She could have went back to Youngsterdam or like go to like Parkdale, like, you know what I'm saying? Do certain things from his old videos and shit like that. Really troll, like really. But creative. That was I just felt like she just did it to do it and just get it out.
Yeah, like
and
sometimes people do things and rush
yeah,
it.
like yeah.
I love her and I love everything she drops, but I think even with me too, like there's been times where I've released something like premature, and then like I think about it and I'm like, shit, like I wish I changed that. And I think she was just like, she wanted like the timing frame of it, you know. But whatever, big up Ness.
You also during quarantine time, you did
shit.
you did production shit in movies.
I did.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get to that a little bit later. But yeah, you did a production in movie shit.
Yeah.
How was that? And which movies or TV shows were you a part of?
I was working on a show on HBO. It's called Station 11. It's funny enough, it's about a pandemic.
Oh.
So during the pandemic, I was working on a show about a pandemic, and yeah, it was really, really, really fun experience. Like crazy to see like sets and stuff. Like we had like the airport hangar. Crazy like sets were built, and yeah, I think
And this is in a studio.
Like a huge warehouse. Like they build the set.
And they build the set in there. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Also did Man of Toronto. I worked on that for a bit.
Hey, that's with Kevin Hart and what's the white boy name?
Woody
Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson's dope. He's a dope guy.
Yeah, he's super dope.
Yeah. And like other little things, but now I'm at like a small.
Don't say other little things. I could have sworn you worked on Titans.
No, I didn't.
No?
No.
Titans is filmed in Vancouver, right?
No, it's filmed here.
in Toronto.
It really is?
Yeah.
What?
You can see spots of Toronto in there. fam.
Umbrella Academy is filmed here.
I know that. I know that.
Handmaid's Tale.
I know that.
Yeah.
You weren't a part of any of those ones?
No.
I could have sworn you told me something about Titans.
No. There was a guy that passed away on Titans.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
It was like a special effects guy.
Oh shit.
On the set?
On the set, yeah.
Really? Like
Yeah.
he was like not eating like what?
Just like a mishap. It was like special effects, like something
Blew up or
blew
something.
up, yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever seen that? Like a mishap on set? Not like anybody dying, but like not even like just something going wrong.
With independent shit, yeah, like all the time.
Like what? Like what?
Like just all the things, like not really with like professional like Hollywood films because they're very, very safe and like protocols are very strict on those, but like with like student films and like I seen this was actually one thing I seen. There was one actor, an A-list actor, they were going through a scene with, I can't say names, but going through a scene with another guy, and he like slapped the one actor in the face and it wasn't scripted. That's something.
Say it. We'll block it out.
No, I can't.
We'll block it out. I swear to God, we'll block it out.
I signed NDAs. I'm not allowed.
Oh.
So wait, what was your position on film then? What is the actual position?
I was an assistant director.
Okay.
On some things, and then like I did a lot of other things like PA work.
Are you in the union?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
But I got like what's it called? When you get like
Credits?
sponsored by the union, like because there's not enough people.
Yeah.
And like they request you.
Yeah.
But
I want to be in the union.
yeah, no, it's definitely worth it.
I'm going to pay the money. And
What would you be?
I'm gonna be I'll be the TASE, so like a training assistant for sound editing.
Oh, you want to do sound engineering?
Yeah, cause I actually worked as a fucking locations like fucking LSP, right?
Locations is the worst.
So yeah, and people were like, yeah, I do locations, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that because my career is actually audio. I'd rather get into the audio field so that, you know, artists like Raxx, you know, might have a song and I might listen and be like, okay, yo, talk to the people that, you know, deal with the film and shit and the audio and stuff, like put that song in there, you know what I'm saying? So that's my whole play down the line to get a lot of Toronto acts into these films that maybe been worked on.
That's
right?
smart. Yeah. And it's funny you say that because like when I first started doing music, I was still on set and one of the sound guys brought me to Lynx because he's like, oh, you should go record here. And then I recorded with Young Tory's engineer, North English. Shout out North.
Yeah, that's my dog. Boom, boom, boom.
So yeah, that was like, you know, very circle moment.
Nice, man.
What's the biggest thing you learned from being on the production sets?
That it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of work. People don't understand. Like they think that it's like so like glamorous to be in the film industry, but you're working like 14, 16-hour days. And like, I don't know, I learned a lot from like celebrities. Like just how to like portray yourself and how to like like keep a schedule and like kind of like, so I learned a lot from them. And like, I don't know, Wiz Khalifa, shout out Wiz Khalifa.
You met him on set?
Yeah.
What movie did you do with him?
I did a music video with him.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What video?
Late Night Messages. It wasn't like a big one, but like you can check it out.
It definitely is gonna be.
Zach Fax.
It's gonna be here on the screen somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, we'll find it.
Zach Fax was the director.
Shout out Zach
Yeah,
Fax, man.
yeah.
Classic guy.
Yeah, amazing.
So you got to smoke one with the captain.
He gave me. I didn't smoke one with him, but he gave me a big joint and his ashtray. I still have it.
Smoke it?
Well, I was working.
The girl says she still has it.
Not
You
the
put
joint.
it-
I smoked the joint, the ashtray.
I thought you kept the joint.
Nah.
Put it in like
So
a
was it-
fucking
Smoke that
case.
shit.
Was it like what's Khalifa's brand again? What is it?
Khalifa Kush.
I don't know, but it was fucking great.
So you still have the ashtray though?
I had the ashtray, yeah.
Okay. He signed it? No.
No.
Fuck
No,
off,
you gotta be
man.
like, you gotta be
Yeah, you can't
respectful.
be like fucking
Yeah.
too what is it?
Fan.
Groupie-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm
groupie-ish,
saying?
yeah.
Can't be too much.
Starstruck, right?
Yeah.
You can't be too like.
What about your promoting that you've been doing? Because you became a promoter too somehow, some way. Like,
Well, I
during-
mean, like, what, with like shows?
yeah, I see you out here selling out shows. I don't know if you were the one getting the girls together, but you put together the show with
I
all
did,
the ladies.
yeah.
Like, even that, how did you decide to do something like that? Where was the idea coming from that? Like,
Well, Hip Hop Supermarket, shout out them, Spark Houston.
I'm like Hoop Up Supermarket. Where, is
Have
that
you-
a food place?
No. Do you not know what Hip Hop Supermarket
No.
is?
No.
Oh.
You gotta tap in, Raxx. You gotta tap us in.
What's in?
So
What the hell?
Spark Houston, he's actually another rapper in Toronto. He developed this show called the Hip Hop Supermarket, kind of getting all the kind of indie artists, new artists coming up in the city,
Dope.
putting them on a bill. It started really small, and then he kind of worked it up and like built it up. But now he's pretty respected in like the venue game because he was a promoter as well. So he started booking shows at like bigger venues like Bar Cathedral, Rivoli, Revive, like all those big kind of venues that you want to play. So he had asked me to be on one of his supermarkets, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And it was one of my first shows back, so I ended up selling like a lot of tickets. And he's like, oh my God, like he saw the potential, and I was like, listen, I was the only female on the bill. And I was like, listen, like I would love to kind of collab with you and maybe do an all-female show because I think that we have the talent in Toronto, and especially after COVID because all these new artists started coming out. So I was like, yeah, like let's do an all-female show. And Bar Cathedral was like all about it. And then me and Spark collabed, worked, promoted, got the girls all together, did it, and it was a very successful show. We sold it out. We were over capacity too. Bar Cathedral got a ticket. Shout out, you guys. So yeah, no, it was really dope. So Hip Hop Supermarket is still growing. They just did Afro Man at Rec Room.
Shout out Afro Man.
Yeah, so and there's a lot more bigger shows coming to Toronto that we're gonna be a part of, and like I want to help them do as much as they can, obviously.
Well, you gotta help us bring in those talents here so we can talk to them. man.
Absolutely, like anyone you guys need, tell me, and I'll try and get them for you.
Say less.
Yeah.
Say less.
Shout out you again, man. Are you guys planning on doing another all-female?
Yeah,
the
I would
part
love
two?
to. It was great to see like the reaction to it because a lot of women were like in Toronto were like, can I come in the next one? I'm like, yeah. Like I want to do, and even the bigger artists like the Tia Banks and all those guys were like, we want to do it too. So definitely, I would love to do a bigger thing, but I want to get a bigger venue than Bar Cathedral because their capacity is not that high.
It's the platform too, right? It gives the ladies a platform to just do their thing, like, you know, test maybe new music, like, you know. I think that's what's missing too in the city. Like there's no like places where you can just pop up and test your music, right? Like
Yeah.
I think New York has a lot of those little spots where they can just go and you know, you might meet a Lady Gaga, or you might meet a fucking, you know what I'm saying, one of these little guys like just doing music
Yeah.
in like a lounge setting, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's funny you say that because there are these avenues that like I did in the beginning of my career. So it's the open mics. And I would go and perform at all these like little open mics around Toronto, and like that's where I kind of built my fan base outside of kind of the hip hop underground world as well, because when you go to the open mics, there's all these different kinds of music. There's the alternative, the rock, the country, the whatever. So then you have more avenue for your music to reach,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So there are a lot of open mics Clinton's has one, I think, on Sundays. Bar Cathedral, I think, on Mondays. And Painted Lady, like, and I encourage artists to kind of go out because then you can practice too on your live performances because there's such an art to that as well. And I've learned a lot and I became a better performer coming out of COVID with like doing all these little practice things, right?
It's almost like practicing presentation for like a fucking, when you do like your essays at school and shit, right? You need to practice your presentation skill because you need to present your more shit.
10,000 hours.
It's the same thing.
They say 10,000 hours.
Yeah, you need to put that.
You got to put that work in because that's when you've really accomplished if you want to perfect something, they say 10,000 hours.
Dope, man.
Yeah.
Dope, man.
You also went through a very, very fucked up relationship.
I did. Yeah.
Yes. Talk about this toxic relationship that you went through because I believe I spoke to you. I don't know if it was before or after on live one time. We had a little conversation about it. And it really like kind of changed you up because you seemed like so happy, fun, Raxx, and then we just got down serious, Raxx.
It's funny you say that. Yeah, I mean, it was a hard time. Obviously COVID, it was hard for everybody. It changed a lot of people. It definitely changed me.
Did you meet the guy during COVID?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's even worse.
Yeah, and like it was very good in the beginning, and like I don't want to disrespect him in any way because I do have respect for him, but like there was a big thing with drugs. Drugs were an issue. It kind of changed him. He was a bad boy, went back to the streets, did some things, and some pretty life-changing, life-altering things happened during COVID, and like that I witnessed, and it definitely gave me PTSD, and I still have to work through it every day. But like I wish him nothing but the best. Like I wrote my song "Wish You Well" because I did truly love the guy and still do to this day. But I mean, the streets are an evil place and they'll take people away from you. You know.
Has that messed up your relationships now, or even getting into relationships now, or you tend to you don't do relationships anymore?
It's really hard for me to trust people, I think. And especially, I don't know. I was really deceived. Like I had this picture in my head of someone that I thought meant the world to me, and like I was gonna spend the rest of my life with, and there was a double life. So now when I meet people, I'm always thinking, you know, what's the catch here, you know? So I'm trying to work through it, but right now I'm just focusing on my music and like elevating my career to a different level. And I think when you mix in relationships, it gets complicated because you have to think about the other person. And like, especially being in this industry, like sometimes people get insecure because they're like, you know, like I got people DMing me every day and I have people stopping me on the street and people get insecure about that. So to date in this industry, you kind of got to have someone with thick skin and that's confident in who they are as a person. So I'm looking for it. Am I ready for it? I don't know. But just really focusing on my career right now.
So is that insecurity or is that more of like, I don't know, control?
Could be. I mean, I have daddy issues. I have huge daddy issues. Probably because a lot of the guys that I date do like want to control me. And like, I feel like when I am dating and doing music at the same time, I lose my vision of what I want. And I always have to think about the other person because I'm an empath, you know? Like, I put that person before me. And now I'm trying to, like, learn that you got to put yourself first.
No, that's fine.
Especially, like, if you want to elevate to that next level, I think that it's important to focus. When you lose focus.
So when you met your toxic guy, like...
And we don't want to call it toxic.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what to call him. Like,
the guy.
The guy.
Okay, when you met the guy...
Sure.
Did you feel like you guys were on the same level?
Oh shit. Yeah. He had a difficult past, you know, like, and I like guys that, you know, are criminals and I like the bad boys, you know, the bad boys. And I really had thought like he had changed because he made me think that he did, but he didn't, you know.
So
it's like hard
you
for
like
me.
the bad boys, but you hope that he changed? What changed to what, a good guy? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, all girls
Like
make
all
no
girls.
sense.
No,
Doesn't
that
make
it
no
doesn't.
sense.
But all girls think like that, fam.
Yeah.
Let's be real, bro.
So you
I
want
don't
like
think you
girl-
can change
you want
them.
like a street guy and a book smart guy at the same time.
No. They don't want a street guy and a book smart guy. They want a street guy that's maybe
Reformed.
loyal and faithful, and maybe he's not gonna risk the same way he would because now he's in a relationship.
Yeah.
That's
and
what
like,
girls expect from these street guys.
yeah, and like he did time and shit, and like he did his time and like got out, and I really believe like he was on the right path and like made me believe that. But
So what do you think happened? Was it? Do you think
drugs.
So you're just gonna point blank blame it on the drugs?
Yeah.
That's pretty
It's
believable.
and it's an evil, and I want to like work with mental health. I think period, and especially in today's age, like men have more of a difficult time speaking about it. And I think that it should be talked about more, and I would love to kind of be an advocate of like drug use and all that shit, because I've been there too, like back when I was in high school, I was a drug addict. And I got out of it myself and like really changed my life. So I think that when I see people in that position, like I just want to like help people,
If you don't mind me getting like too personal,
No,
what kind of
it's
drugs were you on?
I did oxys and shit like that. I broke my back when I was a kid. So like, and that was big back in the day. Like when people didn't know about what it was, like you're a young teen running around like thinking you're so fucking, hot. Like there wasn't a lot of information back then about what it is now, like fentanyl and all that shit. So I'm lucky that I kind of pulled myself out of that, and I feel like you can do it. And I know, and I've seen people like in very low places like crawl themselves out of it, and it made me who I am today. And I have no problem talking about it because I want other people to relate to it and know that you can kind of you can spin that life. And I hate when, like, especially with my dad committing suicide, like we've all been there, I think, in that sense of like, oh, like what's the fucking point, But peaks and valleys, I want people to know that you can get out of these dark situations because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Like your big break could happen tomorrow.
Exactly.
You don't know.
So with the guy now, like
With the guy. Shout out Moolah.
he started, or I guess he went back into doing drugs or whatever. Did you be like, were you like, whoa, you're back on drugs, I'm out of here? Or did you try to like when did you try to like kind of like help him get off of it? And what was it that happened that you said, you know what?
This is not gonna work.
I'm off of this.
Yeah, I definitely did. There was an incident, like some shit happened. He was in the hospital for a bit. And that was my point where I was like, I can't like do this. If you're gonna continue to be in the streets doing that shit, I can't be a part of it. Cause like I do want to actually take my career seriously, and I don't want to be caught up in that shit. And like I wasn't doing music. I wasn't going to the studio. I was focusing on that. And I think at that point I was like, you have two choices. Like it's gonna be this, like go to rehab, do this, or not. And he didn't want to do it at that moment. I think now, I haven't talked to him in a bit, but I think now he's doing better. But yeah, it was just it's an evil thing, drugs. It changes people.
No, for real, man. I mean, fuck, bro. I remember a couple of weeks before I was talking to Debbie, maybe a couple of months.
Oh shit! Shout out Debbie.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. And it was just like, I felt like I should have reached out more, because I knew she just wasn't in the greatest place. But it's just like, sometimes it's just like, what do you do, like, to somebody like that just...
Yeah.
And, they kind of... It's like you can only help yourself so much. So how do you help somebody else if you can only help yourself so much too, right?
Yeah, people don't know this too. Like, I was in Debbie's life a little bit, like, behind the scenes. I didn't want to put it out on the internet because I didn't want people to get the wrong idea that I was trying to use her for clutter.
Yep.
I would pick that girl up. I'd send her Ubers. I'd buy her lunch.
Food, like.
The food. I'd buy her food. And like the last message I sent to her was like, because I saw that video that someone posted of her doing like crack and shit, and I was like, bro, like, what's up? And like she didn't open my message, and that was it. And it's sad, and fuck? Like, but that's what this shit does to you too. Like,
it's
you knew her off camera, you know, like.
Bro, look, same situation. I used to go help her out, pick her up, give her food, and I used to just talk to her. Like, I've had interviews. Like, if you watch my interview with her, like, I'm having real conversations with her and her, like, her family and shit like that. And I'm just like telling her, like, yo, Deb, like, you don't even understand, like, you're more than just what people are putting you out there for social media, fam. But like,
I think she got too deep in it too. Like once, like it's
hard because
it's
the
hard.
social media shit. It's a drug too. On top of just being, you know, on the drugs itself. So you're addicted to drugs itself, where you're getting attention, which the attention is not good. But you know what I'm saying. On top of, like, it's just hard, man.
It is hard.
To anybody out there, really and truly, like,
you gotta
get help or talk to somebody. Like, that's the biggest thing, is talking. I think, just like you said, like, a lot of men don't talk, just as like a lot of women. Like, maybe you needed to talk to somebody when you're in a relationship, and that would have, you know, who knows. But like, talking to people definitely helps, man. It
DM any
helps.
of us. We'll talk.
No, for sure.
Depending on who you are. I'm not gonna talk to all you guys. Some of you guys are troll and annoying, and the last person I tried to talk to and help, you ended up screwing me over.
Oh my God.
Tell us how you feel. But it's a pandemic in itself, you know, drugs. Sure. And I think that even noticing now, like, the recession that we're like in, like homelessness and all that shit, like mental health is huge right now. So just know that, like, you're not the only one struggling.
How the fuck do you have sex and shit? Because like,
Bro,
when you're so traumatized, because like sometimes when you're traumatized from a relationship, the gal them, you don't want to get close to somebody because somebody could be giving you some good peace, and then you're like, fuck.
I haven't had sex in so long.
Is he the last person you had sex with?
Yeah.
Wow.
So why you?
No, hold on.
Okay, sorry.
No head, no nothing, nobody rubbed up the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was seeing a CFL player for a minute.
Hey.
Yeah, but he was a fucking piece of shit. All athletes are shit.
So he didn't give you nothing. You didn't.
No, no, he was the last one. The CFL player was the last one.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was a long time ago. We'll give it that. And
How
that
long is
motherfucker.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on, yeah.
That motherfucker. We'll put it on camera right now.
Little dick nigga.
The fucking no, he was alright.
Oh, okay.
But Argonauts, you Argonauts, fucks. Listen, they cheat on their girlfriends. He told me, I kept being. He's like, oh, I want to take you on a date. Whatever. 1, 2. We start hanging out, bro. And then he tells, I just had this feeling. I was like, yo, this guy has a girlfriend. And then he's like, no, I don't. I'm single. I'm all about you. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. He's like, come over to my place. Go to his place. And it's like a little feminine, but like nice. But like, you know, like a little feminine. And I was like, looked around and I saw a pink blanket. And I was like, yo, there's a girl that lives here. He's like, no, it's an Airbnb. And the league gets it for me. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. Kept seeing the guy. And then I just had this feeling. I was like, yo, like, you're definitely, like, something's up here. So I did some, like, little Instagram investigations. And I found out he had a full-blown fucking girlfriend that he was dating for, like, 2 years. And I'm just like, nah, I'm done. Done dating. That's it. It's a wrap. So now we're just focusing on my fucking music.
Damn,
so
bro.
shout out the Argonauts.
Fuck the Argonauts.
Learn how to win a game.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Shots
We
fired.
can clip that too.
Was he a player? Like, was he a player? Like,
Yeah.
It was a player.
He wasn't even right at the bench.
No.
Like, what is he? O line or D line?
We can't discuss this because then people are gonna figure it out.
Well, they're already gonna figure. They're probably gonna. Reddit warriors are dangerous out here, fam.
So
Raxx
you're not even
dating.
gonna tell us if he's on the O line
Raxx
or D
dating
line?
quarterback.
It's D line.
He's on the D line.
Holy Raxx, let's give it up.
So now we just have to pick and choose.
No, but
at
I
that point.
actually messaged the girlfriend and I was like,
You did? Why would you do that?
You're
though?
fucked
Come
up,
on,
bro.
No, I did.
Why though? Why?
because women need to stick together in that sense. I should just
Nah,
a
but-
heads up.
Hold on.
Your man
Yeah. What did you tell him?
invited me to your fucking house.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, you didn't have to do all that, bro.
Why?
Because it's like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand he lied
The
to you and
men
shit.
are gonna agree with you. The women are gonna agree with me.
No, but listen, I understand he lied to you and shit, but like, as a woman, why would you want to be like, oh yeah, your man's fucking on you? Like, I'm pretty sure he has other girls and shit. I'm pretty sure that's what you said, right?
No, I sent her the receipt. Because
how do you think she's gonna take? You think
because
she's
she
gonna be
looks
like,
stupid.
okay?
She looks stupid going on her fucking Instagram, posting all over. Oh my god, I love blah blah blah. And then he's out there doing dogging her.
Okay, but like,
What if they have
they
have an arrangement
No.
and it's just
Okay, but
No.
do you think he's gonna? Okay, he probably makes a certain amount of money. Do you think she's gonna jeopardize that?
For this C of L, no, he doesn't make no money. Trust me on that.
oh wow.
Real shit. Those guys do not make nothing. You know where I met him?
Where?
A dispensary.
On the TTC, bro.
Oh.
So what? He's a practice squad player. He must be a practice squad player. He can't be really playing
she just said
games,
the
dog.
nigga plays games and he's riding the fucking bus. fam.
Exactly.
Listen, don't
no, the streetcar. I don't ride the bus. I
He
ride the
lives
streetcar.
downtown.
No,
Yeah,
just to
he lives
the man
downtown,
them,
though.
just
No,
to ride the streetcar.
Yeah,
There's
he's
nothing
to
wrong
the
with riding the
TTC.
streetcar.
I'm sure he lives
Oh
downtown.
my
He lives
God.
downtown.
He lived a block away from me.
So come on,
In
bro.
his girlfriend's house that he invited me to. Shit.
If you live downtown, it's okay to take the TCC. Don't get her. Don't make
Oh,
her.
no.
Don't make her feel like you shouldn't take the Toronto Transit.
No, I like the TTC. It's an adventure every time you go on it.
Because you meet Argos players that are broke.
You see, but
Facts.
that's probably what he knew what to do. That's where the Galdem are at. On the
We were talking about that one week, right?
Yeah,
It's
I told you,
It's
fam.
a Toronto love story. You know?
All the Galdem are on the most prettiest girls you'll find are on the bus, fam. They take the bus, they take the streetcar. I'm telling you, fam. You'll meet some beautiful women on the bus, bro.
Yeah, it's a great place.
So what does it for you? I mean, are you into interracial relationships? Do you like
Interracial?
white guys? Do you
You like
black
black? You like
guys?
niggas?
Chinese? Like yeah.
They
what-
them niggas.
What is your go-to?
I don't discriminate. I mean, my ex was white,
Mhm.
but I date black guys, I date Asians, whatever.
Oh,
Have
yeah?
you ever-
As long as you make me feel good,
Has a black guy ever asked you to call him a nigga during sex?
I would never do that.
I
But
never
has he asked
you that.
you though? Have you
No.
asked? No, never.
You're not
ever?
into that? You wouldn't role play and be like a slave
Mm.
master?
Is that what you're into?
I'm just asking, maybe.
I've seen this question a lot lately.
Really?
There was another podcast
Yeah,
of-
this-
No, like that's not in my vocabulary.
Yes,
not
you're
in
not
my
that freaky.
No,
Nope.
I mean I'm freaky, but like I just feel uncomfortable with that. I wouldn't.
How freaky? Because like me and Nana Goody have this conversation because I feel like I'm way
Shout out
freakier than
Goody.
her. Yeah, and she, oh no, gotcha, da 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 da. What's like your do's and don'ts that you could say on camera?
I'll say anything. I do everything. Anal, no.
So that's not everything.
Licking bum, yeah.
Hey.
What
Rim
about
job.
so milking?
What's milking?
Okay, so it's like when the guy
Jesus
cocks
Christ.
over and like his cock is in between his legs and you're kind of like behind him, you're like licking the whole platform,
Like from
ass,
the eating
nuts,
it from the or licking
like
it from the back.
Back, yeah, sucking his dick from the back. You ever did that?
No, I haven't done that. I don't think.
Oh,
A guy has to have a big piece to actually like suck the dick from the back. Hers, it's like she's gonna be like pretty much like kissing the nigga's balls in his ass. Anyway,
pretty
like,
much.
So
but
like the guy is on all
on
fours.
four, yes.
And
It's
he
like there's
sticks it
porn
back.
like that. There's porn like that. Yeah, yeah.
That's already the man.
I
Am I
need to
saying
go.
fire?
I know what I'm watching tonight.
It's like it's called milking, like it's something like that.
Milking.
Yeah, milking the cow
Wow.
or some shit. Like some. Yeah, it's wild still. It's
No, but a guy's asked me to wear, what are those things? Like a strap on.
Strap on.
What's it called?
Pegging?
Pegging.
Mhm.
You
You
really?
pegged the guy before?
I haven't done it.
Oh, but yeah.
I was requested.
really
Black guy or white guy?
White guy.
okay.
Yeah. okay.
No, I mean I'm sure there's guys,
There's black guys
guys
out
that
there.
like pegging for sure.
Yeah, and like cuckolding, I guess. Like guys really
you
want.
did that?
I haven't done it.
Oh.
These are
Oh,
things
so
I haven't done. I'm
holy.
open to it.
Oh,
yeah. You,
I mean, I'm
But how are you gonna
sexual,
be
but-
open to it and then you're not? So are you like how like? Well, I guess you don't want to put your business out there too much.
No,
but,
I'm
like,
not fucking anybody right now. I'm very single. But like the thing is too, for me, I think I'm at a time in my place where like I don't want to like just like do one night stands anymore. It's not really my thing. Like I'd rather like build something with someone.
so
You
like
know,
the
corny shit.
the butterfly is over. It's flied out. The butterfly.
I haven't had a fanny flutter in a while,
Mm.
which sucks. When's the last time I had a fanny flutter? I don't remember.
What the fuck is a fanny?
Like when you're like, oh, I want to fuck him.
Oh.
like-
That's a white girl term, right? I never heard it either.
Fanny flutter.
Yeah, fanny flitter.
Fanny flutter.
Oh,
definitely
fanny
sounds like a
flutter. That's
Flutter.
definitely.
girl
Is that
term.
a Collingwood thing?
It's a calling one.
I never heard it.
I
man.
mean,
It's
say in the
wild,
comments, ladies. Do you say it? I don't
A
know.
fanny flitter. I
Fanny
guess
flutter.
guys are like the same because they'll be like, yeah, I want to fuck that girl. Yeah.
No.
All the time.
Peeing, like I've peed on a person.
Yep.
Golden shower.
I talked about that. I peed on the live.
You peed on someone?
I peed on a girl. I've done doo-doo in a girl's mouth. Well, I didn't. I doo-doo on her and she ate it. And also, like, I peed and I was, like, aiming and it went in her ear.
Really?
Wow, you're freak.
Yeah, I'm.
That's not freaky. That's disgusting, actually, to shit on people.
I'm
and all that.
Oh,
nasty, though.
shitting is no. You don't do
Yeah,
that.
I'm
That's what you
nasty.
said,
Pee
right?
is like it's like it's
Yeah, I
like
have.
warm and nice.
What's
You know?
what's something that you want to do that you've never tried before?
I don't know. Maybe like an orgy.
Ooh. You should go to M4.
What's M4? Is that the place in Mississauga?
I don't know
Yes.
where it is,
Is
They
but
moved to
Yes.
Mississauga, no.
No,
I think it's in Toronto.
I've
No,
been
they
to.
moved it to Mississauga.
Oh,
no.
really? Recently?
Yeah.
I went to Oasis once
Oh, yeah?
with my friend, and I didn't do anything, but I watched.
How was
That was an experience.
Yeah?
I suggest everyone goes and does that.
Yeah, Oasis is. I never been to Oasis, but I've been to M4. M4 is crazy. Would you ever do like bukkake?
No,
I don't know. That means more women.
cock is. I mean,
Yo, is it true that girls
Seems gross.
prefer threesomes with two guys more than two girls? They just don't want to say it.
I'm bisexual, so like I'm down for whatever.
But what do you prefer though?
Dick.
So you would prefer two guys?
I don't know.
Like because I feel like girls, they would prefer two guys in a threesome. It just make them more look like disgraceful or something, or more look like, oh, they're running a train on
Oh
me.
fuck!
Or,
I don't. People are so stupid. Like
Right?
sex is sex. Like whatever. It's like so taboo. Like no, I don't care. Everyone does it, and we all wouldn't be here if we didn't do
if we
it.
didn't do it, right? If
It needs to be talked about more.
So as a bisexual, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, like who eats out you better?
Are you a top or a
man-
bottom?
No, wait. Who eats you up better, a man or a woman in a threesome? And not a threesome, like in a
Just
bisexual.
No, just in
situation.
general. In general.
The best head I've ever gotten was from my toxic ex, the guy.
Oh, wow.
The best
really?
head. And it's fucked up. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this. Like, it was the best head I've ever had. It was like an outer body experience. And honestly, like, I cried. Have you ever made a girl cry?
Yeah.
Have you?
It's uncomfortable.
I know he was uncomfortable. He's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?"
Yeah, it gets weird.
It gets
fam.
weird, but like I can't explain it either. It was just like the best thing I've ever experienced in my life.
You cried.
He was really good at it. I give him that. That's probably why I loved him.
You
But-
really?
Guys don't eat pussy a lot anymore. It's really annoying.
What?
Like,
Where?
well, I guess I haven't fucked in a long time.
Niggas eat pussy. They're not out here like gutsy and being like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
You
But
eat
niggas,
pussy, eh?
Hell yeah, why not, fam?
Damn,
Like,
you?
fuck.
No.
Well, I'm.
See, there's 50% of guys.
There you go. No, with me, I'm over. Like, I'm older now, so I know I'm gonna bust a nut regardless. Like
Yeah.
every time I'm gonna bust a nut. How can I pleasure the girl now? Like, am I
Right.
able to pleasure her? And I can still pleasure with my piece, but I feel like me just jerking a girl all the time, like, that's boring.
No,
Let me see if
head
I
is
can, you know
it.
what I'm
Head is
saying? Let me give a
it.
girl a little.
And I love giving head myself.
Oh,
too.
yeah?
Yeah, like I love that.
Is your throat bottomless?
Yeah.
Really?
Meow.
Like gag thing?
No, I'm really good.
Like you
I
can
can put
tonsils?
that.
You have
Get this guy
tonsils?
about tons.
You got none,
He
right?
wants a full fucking disclosure.
She'll show you a video after.
Really?
No.
Don't show me footage, bro. Don't show me
Because it really?
No, because
Nah.
girls say that, but like, can't make niggas come and shit. Like, how fast have you made a man come and
Oh,
give a
like
head?
seconds.
What do you mean seconds?
Seconds.
Like, put a number on it, like 10
30
seconds.
seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to. Honestly, I'm gonna come up with a new show, guys. All right. If you could make a guy come in a minute, you get $1,000.
Put your pussy lips on live.
I'll give you $1,000.
Put your lips on the line for $1,000.
That'd be the name. That should be the name of the live. There's a show. Put
It's
your pussy
on
lips on live. I'll
OnlyFans.
give you $1,000.
OnlyFans.
That's it, man. And
No,
every,
we got a lot of
and
OnlyFans content coming out.
Minute that goes past that
You-
minute, you lose
Yeah,
$100.
we got-
fam.
you guys.
Oh yeah. I got. Anyways,
Yeah,
but yeah,
that would be crazy. I want to see some people say that. Yeah, they got the throat game crazy, and then you know what I'm saying they
Like
can't even
you.
fucking.
Like people just like talk shit.
Bro, there's enough of them, dog. There's enough of them that can't take dick. There's enough of them that can't really give head, but they say they can.
I
Like,
can.
bro,
Raxx is just like out here,
yeah,
like
she's
don't
so
worry, bud.
she's super confident over here.
She knows it. She's confident in her
Any
game.
guys that I've given head to go in the comments. No, I'm just joking. Dog.
beer guys with their hands up, like, hey.
I don't know. I
No.
never really experienced like a white girl still.
Really?
I can't lie. Like, I have, but it was like, it wasn't really like that. Like I'm not going
The
for a
girls
white
give
woman.
head
You know?
like. The girls give head like. Sloppy toppy, you know. Like, I
Do
don't
they
know.
give? Are you asking
Like-
if they give good head?
No, like in your experience, like
Do white girls give head? Better
no
head? Is that
girls.
what you-
Period.
Yeah.
Do they just like get like?
There's some girls, yeah. There's some girls, but
Are you
not
saying like they?
not every girl.
I don't know. Most girls give head.
Okay.
I did.
For
I
the
just
most part, yes.
most girls give
And it's
head.
good?
No, now that's a different
Yeah,
conversation
yeah.
because
Okay.
Yeah,
with
some-
me now, I don't know about Vegas, but
Like,
like
what's the average? Like, what do they do?
again, with me now, I'm uncircumcised. So
Oh shit.
if you got to know what you're doing with me or you're going to hurt me, you know what I'm saying? So you got to know what you're doing down there. So not every girl per se knows how to give head.
Right.
So you got to like every penis is different, just like every pussy is different, right?
Right.
So
And every girl gives head different too. You know what I'm saying? Some of them might not use hands. Some of them might use one hand. Some of them might use two hands. You know, some of them.
if a girl's not
use
using
teeth.
hands and spit, she's not really like
Some of
sucking
them
dick,
know
fam.
spit. Yeah, some of them know spit.
But then she's not
It's
really
gotta be.
sucking dick, fam.
Some of them is
Yeah.
not gagging, or it's like
that's cool.
or the-
That's no,
or the-
that has nothing to do with it. If you're not using hands and there's not saliva and that shit ain't like,
Dripping from your chin.
yeah, it's not. You're not getting head,
Yeah.
fam.
so yeah.
Ah.
You might be getting your dick sucked,
I agree with you.
but like you're not getting head
Mm.
unless that shit got you grips in. Or
Yeah.
Toes
The
Whoa,
grab.
curled.
whoa. If you're
Wow.
not doing that, you're not really getting head, fam.
Okay, every time I give head, the guy does that.
Yeah, you gotta have, you gotta be like, whoa, chill out, whoa, slow down,
Whoa,
slow
whoa,
down,
whoa, whoa.
slow down,
No.
hold on, you know, like.
So what's
Then-
the goal with you when it comes to sex? Like, what's the format? What's the
To
best?
come.
What's no. No. Okay, what I'm trying to say here is like, you get Raxx in bed.
We should have had Raxx on uncut, man. Shit.
What is your like for the full blown experience to be like, oh my god, this was the best sex I ever had? Like, what is the rundown? Like,
13 minutes.
okay, 13 minutes is the running time. Okay, so what's
Oh,
happening
yeah.
here? Is there kissing?
Yeah, I
Neck
love
kissing.
kissing.
Is there
love
foreplay, titty play, oral? You know what I'm saying?
All of the above.
Fingering.
But
Like,
you're not doing
how's
that in 13
happening? That's what I'm
minutes, yeah.
saying. So like,
Bro.
what's happening? What's the rundown?
Fam,
here?
I'm eating pussy for at least fucking half hour.
Depends how good it is though, because guys like eat pussy, it's like shit, and you're just like, okay.
What's the most what's the part that stimulates you the most? Is it clit, fast? Like, what is it?
Oh my god, being in love. No, I'm just kidding.
Caressing.
No, like I like making out. Like I love making out. Like if you're a good kisser, oh, like it's just that gets me going. And yeah, and I'm a big pleaser. I like to please. So there's some of that happening.
Is that at the same time, like 69 work going on?
Yeah,
like,
I'm into that, but I gotta be comfortable with the person. I think
Okay,
too. Like I can't come with a guy if it's like a one night stand. Like I have to have some sort of
connection.
connection.
Are you a
like,
squirter?
Yeah, if he's good, yeah. I
Best
can.
you squirt back. You squirt back shot. Squirt missionary. Like, what's the squirting thing happening? Like, how's it? How's the man hitting
Well,
it to get-
Toronto.
I'm sorry. We're going super uncut. This is our first time actually going deep diving. No homo.
Of course,
deep
with
diving.
Raxx, of course. I'm down. Oh, there's your best friend. I'm down for everything. Like, what was the question? I just
It was like it was the position of squirting. Like, yeah,
missionary.
Yeah. Missionary's the
I think
favorite.
that's the best. Like, doggy's overrated.
Do you think
Facts.
Yeah,
so? Mm.
I like cowgirl. Yeah.
Reverse cowgirl
Yeah.
too.
Guy over here.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, man.
So y'all need to get Raxx in a comfortable
I know.
position.
Get on my DMs. I need.
All right.
I'm gonna leave here like so
she likes
horny.
kissing, so make sure she likes to kiss. She likes the fingering. I think you like fingering a little
Is
bit.
that right?
If it's right.
Guys gotta know
um,
where the clit is.
No, they're uneducated. That's a problem, right?
Oh, but that's why we're having the show.
So tell them where the clit is. Let the people know. Show them where the clit is.
Yeah.
You see the vulva. You know what I'm saying? You see the pussy lips. You know some. Do you
Research
have
it.
lips?
This is
I'm an
definitely not getting
innie.
monetized.
You're an innie. So
Yeah.
yeah, the pussy is
Mm,
inside.
inside.
So there's like a little button at the top of the vagina, right?
turns
Nigga,
it
this is
on.
not that show. We got Dr.
what?
Vegas sex show out here.
If y'all want
Holy,
more,
bro.
hit up Sue Johansson. You know what I'm saying? Just Google search her. She'll tell you all the
Plug it
chicks and
in.
chicks. You know what I'm
But,
saying?
but before we get out of here and talk about
We're ending on that.
No, we're not ending
Oh,
on
okay.
that.
I was gonna say.
You went out last night.
Oh,
Explain to me why Taylor Swift has her own dance party in Toronto.
Because Taylor Swift is a legend. No, I'm just kidding. I think that I really respect Taylor because like her fan base is so crazy.
That's different. I've never seen anything like that.
It's crazy. And that's like I had spoken on Six Views about. They're like, oh, like what inspired you? In 2012, I went to a Taylor Swift concert and not getting the ticket. Like my friend bought it.
Good friend, yeah.
And went in and I was just like, this is fucking crazy. Like just like the girls, her fan base. And I was just like, that was at that moment, I was like, I want to play a stadium one day. And that's what started it. And then so Taylor Swift had this dance party at Rebel last night. One of my friends, Christy Collins, shout out you, I love you, is a TikToker from England. She's here. She got invited. Brought me as her +1, and it was fucking wild, bro. Like the amount.
She just dropped her latest single yesterday too, right?
It's an album.
Yeah, album. Yeah.
Oh, well, I seen the single on YouTube. That's the first time
Yeah.
when YouTube had the advertising. That's the first time I ever seen a music video out there,
Oh, really?
and it had more views than Lil Yachty's Poland within like 12
No,
hours.
she's a cult following. Like it's
That's
crazy.
nuts.
Did you see
Nuts.
the post? It was like 1 million white girls, bro. Like just dancing.
Yeah.
I saw the
Yeah.
token Asian, like Waldo, just sticking out. But like there was girls on
It was
girls. And there were
4,000 people
4,000
just to go listen to this girl's album and
Fam,
song.
I've never seen anything like. That's what I said. Like,
Yeah.
yo, I seen her thing, and I was like, hold on, Taylor Swift is here.
No.
Like, I'm like, yo, the amount of people that were there, you would have thought it was a concert, fam. Like, I was like, yo, what the hell is going on, fam? Then I seen Raxx just turning up like usual, like, fam, life for the party.
It was sick, and the fact that like they had all the influencers like on stage.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like honestly, I felt like I was performing to 4,000 people. It was fucking crazy, and I just sat there. I was like, I need this. Like, the energy is insane, and like they were just like out last night. Like the girls were out, and for Taylor not even being there, and them like losing their fucking minds. Like it was crazy. Like such a crazy experience, and like. I hope to be on that level one day, but like that's
Speak
just
it into existence.
crazy. Yeah,
Well,
manifest.
you might be as an influencer because you're also heavy on TikTok too. Like,
Trying, yeah.
like, do you think that might even be a play? Like, yo, this TikTok thing I might flush this out and it might get me into like a different bag and more acting or just like influencing people coming out and asking you, come host.
It's funny. It's TikTok honestly makes I only have like 5K on TikTok but like
You
honestly,
got 1 million viewed.
I got a lot of videos that
Video?
have hit 1 million views, like a couple now.
Oh, you got a couple.
Yeah,
Shit.
and like it's crazy because like I get noticed now more than I did before. Like people are like, "Oh, you're on TikTok," and like, da, da, da. And it's crazy because like I have less followers on my TikTok than Instagram.
But more people are seeing it. Though.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's a great platform. And same with like my friends. Like I have a lot of girls that like do TikTok, like that's their career, and it's just like elevating them so much, and like the fan base from it is crazy. And even last night, like girls were like coming up, they're like and it was nuts. It was nuts.
There's a name for the Taylor Swift crowd.
Swifties.
Jesus Christ.
And mine are Rackettes.
The Rackettes.
Like
What if you had a male fan? Like, what do you call them?
still a Rocket.
What about? I want to be
That's
a
like
rocker. A racker.
No, the
Racker.
male barbs don't say what. Barbs or something. They're barbs, fam. Like if you're you could be a barb, fam.
I don't know. If
You're
I
a
wanna
cat.
be
Are you what?
racket.
Are you a Racket?
Racket? That's so feminine.
Rackets?
Maybe. Everybody says my voice has no bass, so maybe I could be a racket still, eh? Racket gang, RG. Show the jacket though. Show the jacket. Racket
Hey,
gang. Come
swag.
on, we're not playing out here.
Swag.
Tell us-
What's your
these
TikTok
jackets
too?
are
What,
in
what,
right
what's your
now.
TikTok? What does Mula call it? Tickety talk.
Tickety talk.
That camera's out. Gotta
Which
wrap it up.
Tickety talk.
Oh shit. All right, so yeah, well, fuck. Raxx, what else do you got going on? Sorry, I know we had you here for so long, perving you out, asking you these dirty ass questions. Thank you for coming though.
No, thank you for having me.
Let them know like all your social medias, what else you have coming out, anything you have coming out for 2022, all that stuff. That camera over there.
I have a new
Talking to my girl.
Oh yeah, sorry. I have a new project coming out very shortly, like mid-November. It's called Victory Mike. It's from a guy from Montreal, and it's gonna be really sick. New freestyle. It's called Lost Friends. I'm gonna show it to you guys after we get off camera.
Dope.
Really excited about it. I got some shows coming up November. 2023 is gonna be the big year, Michael Jordan's year. Let's fucking go. Shout out to the Mandem for having me today.
You already know.
And Raxx Official, all platforms, Raxx Official Music. Check me out.
Hey.
Vegas.
Meow.
Shout out the Rackets, gang shit. Fleet DJs all day, all night. DJ Las Vegas. I'm out.
Meow.
The Mandem Show or the Mandem Show Official. I don't know, on Instagram and something like that.
The Mandem Show Official.
The Mandem Show Official on all social media platforms. The Gutsy Guts on Instagram, Real Gutsy Guts on TikTok, Mr. Gutsy Guts on Twitch,
Jeez.
Gutsy Guts on YouTube.
He needs to fix that.
Which one?
Everything.
Just
Should be
needs to
one
all be
name
the
for
same.
everything.
They're
man.
all taken, fam.
Oh, so then, yeah, I don't know.
I
That's
can't.
crazy.
I don't know how there's other Gutsy Gutses out there, fam. Like, I should be the only one, fam. That's
Trademark
crazy,
it.
bro. I have to trademark that shit ASAP.
Well, there's
I shouldn't
another
even talk
Raxx
about that. Let me like X out that before somebody else trademarks it. But yeah, everybody in Toronto, make love, be peaceful, and yeah, you ugly people,
kind to
we're off of
people.
this.
Peace.
Bye.